let's move into cheat days, right? Cheat days are interesting. Cheat days come from old school bodybuilding, right? Now, if you remember, I love to drive this into people's heads. If you are using science from decades past to make modern day nutritional decisions, it's like trying to send a picture message via text with a rotary phone. Don't do it. We couldn't even look at cells under a microscope until, I don't know, the 1970s. We didn't know what was going on at a cellular level, okay? So don't take advice from these old school mentalities. You don't want to do that. It's a terrible, terrible idea. Now, the idea was if we spike the hell out of insulin, spike the hell out of glucose simultaneously, that insulin is going to take that glucose and shuttle it into muscle cells. That's the hope. Now, this only happens under perfect conditions. I don't know if you guys saw this today, but I did a Facebook Live video and I did an Instagram Live video at the same exact time. And I did something called an ARX workout, which is just a 10-minute workout, 5 exercises, and it is 100% maximum effort to total muscle failure. It's the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life, and I do it every week. It's so intense, it's so difficult that you're only supposed to do it 1 day per week, and you have to rest 6 to 7 days in between. It's that ridiculous, right? So you're exhausting every single muscle fiber in your entire body. What that's doing is depleting muscle glycogen. So the idea, like I said, you can store about 400 grams of glucose as glycogen, stored glucose equals glycogen in your muscles, right? If you deplete that glycogen, like I told you, if you're doing super high intense work and you don't have enough glucose floating around in your bloodstream, it's gonna pull it from your muscles. It's gonna grab the glycogen because you're doing glycolytic work, like I talked about, and burn it for fuel. So you can deplete your muscle glycogen. So after an ARX workout, I have an hour and a half, about a 90-minute window after that. I can literally eat whatever the hell I want. And all that's gonna happen is I'm gonna replenish my muscle glycogen. But remember, I can only store about 400 grams. So why would I eat 600 grams of carbohydrates after? Why would I do some crazy cheat day or something and eat an ice cream sundae, right? And then all of a sudden I replenish all my muscle glycogen. Now I have 200 grams of additional glucose floating around and my body goes, well, shit, I gotta shove this into fat cells now. It's silly. You're completely defeating the purpose, right? So this cheat day thing is just based on flawed science. Not only that, but insulin and glucose together are the deadliest combination. This is type 2 diabetes, right? Spiking insulin, spiking glucose. I don't care if you're Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you're spiking your glucose over and over and over and over and over for years, that's gonna lead to serious problems down the line. I guarantee you if Arnold Schwarzenegger works out today, he doesn't recover like he used to. This constant glucose cycle that you're dealing with year after year after year, your recovery is gonna go in the toilet. And when you're older, you're not gonna be able to recover the same way. It absolutely has a metabolic effect. It has a cellular effect. This cheat day stuff, you gotta stop with this. It's like saying I'm only gonna smoke cigarettes every now and then. That's really what it is, you know? I'm only gonna poison my body every now and then. And then you're gonna have cravings. If you go out and eat an ice cream sundaes, eat a Big Mac, my cheat day is my favorite day, right? I'm gonna eat all this garbage food. The next 3 days, you're gonna be suffering from carbohydrate addiction, basically carbohydrate cravings. You're gonna wake up really hungry the next day. Man, when I follow Justin's protocol, I'm not starving every 2 hours. I'm not hangry, right? And then you have a cheat day, and 3 days later, you're still hangry. You're like, oh my God, if I don't eat, I'm gonna pass out. This is ridiculous, right? It is ridiculous. Why do that to your body? It's simply not worth it. Again, all you are doing is trying to justify bad decisions. All I'm trying to do is get you to make the right decisions, good decisions, as much as you possibly can, right? The cheat day stuff, it pisses me off. It really, really does. And the other thing is, let's talk about mimicking celebrities. So people say, I'm gonna do a cheat day, and The Rock eats 7 pizzas and 12 brownies and an ice cream sandwich and blah, blah. I'm gonna do what he does. He's 260 pounds of solid muscle who has worked out 6 hours a day for the last 30 years. You are not him. Not to mention we'll call them Mexican supplements, right? Not to mention the Mexican supplements that help that man look the way he does. You are not him. Don't eat like him. Don't do that. That is insane. Why would you do that to yourself? So I hate to break it to you, something like ARX where I completely crush my body, it's basically mind over matter. I'm feeling like I should die every second. It's the most difficult thing I ever do. That's not the same as your living room P90X workout. Sorry, you didn't earn pizza. You didn't earn broccoli. You didn't earn, I mean brownies. You did earn broccoli, as much broccoli as you want. But don't sit there and be like, I did Pilates in my living room every day for 30 minutes, and now on Sunday, I'm going to have this ravenous cheat day where I eat whatever I want. You're going to mess up your results. Don't do it to yourself.